Hello everyone, this is Becca from Willow Hill Designs, and today I am working on my Margarete Miller's Weekly Collage Planner Challenge, week 6. And the prompts for this week are something made from plastic, an advertisement, something from space, a textured paper, a name in your family, and bonus is instructions. So I have gone ahead and started gluing down this background here. I chose the Big Dipper for something in space or from space, and I've always loved seeing the Big Dipper in the sky, so I thought that was a great choice for me. And so one of the prompts were a textured paper, and I had done this paper. I took this piece of paper and I just sort of ran it on my scoring board and just made some lines, some random grids on here, and just touched that with my ink pad and thought that that would be a good textured paper. So I'm thinking I'll slip that under there somewhere, and you can kind of see the lines. You could feel it. You can feel the texture on it. And an advertisement, I loved this. This Campbell's Soup advertisement just made me think of my childhood, especially in the wintertime after sleigh riding. We would come in for lunch and have some chicken noodle soup or sometimes some tomato soup. So that kind of made me think of that. And so I was thinking I would place that here for my advertisement. And I also have a bowl of what looks to be clam chowder, the Manhattan style, I think that is. And that was another thing that we would have sometimes with crackers. And so I thought that that might kind of be an interesting, especially thinking of the Big Dipper and a bowl. So I guess I'll start gluing down my, I left this up a little bit so I could tuck this under here. Usually I forget and have to pull things up, pry them, and try to unstick them. But this time I remembered to keep a portion of this bottom open. And let's see, I think I'm gonna go about there. I think that'll be okay. I'll stick this down. I also did some mommy-gummy technique on some papers, and that's a Japanese and Korean technique for texturing paper. And I did a little piece here of, this was some packing paper that I got in an order that had come online. And all you do is really put oil on your hands and you crumble your paper up and you just keep kneading it and kneading it. And it almost takes on sort of a fabric-like texture. And so I did that, and I added some distress ink over the top of it. So that's also going to be a piece of my textured paper. So let's see, I think I can glue this down safely now. I think this should be okay. Okay. Get this glued down. And I'll get my little Campbell's Soup advertisement. I just think that's so cute with the train. And this little guy, he was in the commercials and things, if I remember correctly. I just love all these vintage nostalgic images. They just bring back such really cool memories of your childhood. I don't know about your homes, but Campbell's Soup was kind of a nice little different lunch every now and then. We didn't have it often, but we did have it now and then, especially in the cold weather. Okay, let's put that here. I don't want to cover up any stars in my Big Dipper. I'll put this here. Okay, that little smokestack is sticking up a little bit. Get that glued down. Okay, and let's see. I also have another can of soup. Apparently there are 21 kinds of Campbell's soups. Who knew? And I thought I would put that in my Big Dipper because it's going to ladle out some soup to kids in the family. So I guess I'll pop this up there. There we go. The soup is going to be served by the dipper. Okay, and I think I'll put my bowl of soup there. And I was thinking I would put my Mamigami paper. It's Mamigami paper. And I think that's how you spell it. It's kind of an interesting technique. I think I'll put this here almost like a little tablecloth or something under the soup. So I think I'll pop that there. It really does have a very different texture now, this paper. It was a very stiff packing paper, white packing paper, and it definitely takes on almost a feel of fabric. It's kind of interesting. I've seen it done with tissue paper as well, which is very pretty. I almost did that. I had some tissue paper with some sparkles, almost looking like stars in the sky. I almost did that, but then I didn't. I never got to that. So I guess I'll put my soup here. This was my brother's favorite, the Manhattan style. My husband's is the New England. Okay. Glue my little soup bowl down, soup dish. We used to have those little crackers, not sure what they were called, the little almost hexagonal crackers where they were not a soda cracker, I don't think, but that was fun. And let's see, so that would be my textured paper here and here, my advertisement, something plastic. I thought of a plastic spoon to go with the soup here, so I think I'll add the spoon over here by that other can of Campbell's soup. It's kind of fun. And I left the rest of this irregular piece of paper. It was just a piece that I chopped out of some copy paper, some sort of a matte presentation paper. And I left the triangle on there. I just thought that was interesting. I didn't want to square anything up. So that's my something plastic. And a name in your family. I chose Joseph because that's a special name in our family. It was my dad's name, my husband's name, my son's name, my brother's name, my brother's son's name, my grandson's name, my husband's father's name. Oh my goodness, I think we love the name Joseph. Lots of Joeys in our family. And so I just chose that because of the abundance of Joeys and Josephs in our family. So this Joseph I just stamped with some of my little letter stamps that you snap together. They just snap together like this. And so I just stamped Joseph with these. This other one was on, it was a return. I have some glue on my nail. This other one was on a return address to me, a return address envelope, and excuse me, an addressed envelope to me. And so I cut that out and saved that. I thought that was a pretty font without me having to go ahead and do anything. So I have Joseph and Joseph there. It's also my littlest grandson's middle name, Mason Joseph. So that is a name in my family, a very prominent name, popular, I should say. And this, oh gosh, I was going to tuck these down. Wonder if I could still tuck. Oh, maybe I could still tuck that down there. And for bonus instructions, I was thinking, oh, I have to work around this camera here. I was thinking that I could just sort of tuck these down here and tie in the yellow with the little boy's pants here. Maybe I'll just take this top part off. I guess we don't need that. These are reduced in size, and they were on a dress pattern. And let's see, I don't really want it up that high. I guess I'm going to cut that down further because I couldn't get that up, can I? No. I better not try. Well, let's see, where can we put those? I guess if I had to, I could put them there. And I have this little dress. They tell you the different notions for this dress. I suppose I could put that there. Or should they be down here somewhere, maybe? I think that's too organized. Unless I put them here. Could put that behind there. Well, I guess that's not bad. I guess I could put that there. I'll just take some more of this white off here. And I can pop that dress behind there a little tiny bit. I think that'll be okay. I was going to tuck it behind the train and just have it extend a little bit, but I don't think I can get that up. I can't. I know I can't. So it'll live down here now. Get this little dress under there too. These are images from the back of a very cute notebook, and they were already reduced in size for me, so that worked out really well. They say in art it's good to engage the border, so I'm engaging the border of this textured paper here. There we go. So that's my composition for this week. Just see if we got everything here. Something made from plastic is the spoon. An advertisement, which is the Campbell's, lots of Campbell's soup advertisements here, and a bowl of soup. Something from space would be the Big Dipper and stars in the sky, and a textured paper, which is this, which I did on the scoreboard, and this Mommy Gami. A name in your family, Joseph. Bonus instructions, which are these little instructions for what to buy to make this dress. And over here, where my instructions are, I have 2 flying saucers, because I actually saw something in the sky that resembled this very much. When we first moved here, when we first built our house, I was out in the evening, I was out on the side of our house near the gate. I had been talking to our neighbor. He was out across the street, and my husband was inside. And I looked up in the sky, and there was this huge thing there, and it was silent. There was no motor sound, there was no sound, anything audible coming from this, and all that I could see were lights. It was probably around 9 o'clock, not quite dark, but dark enough, and I could see these they looked like windows or lights going around this thing in the sky, and it just stayed there and hovered over my fence and my house, and then it made a circle and came around, went down a few houses and came around, and it did that 3 times, and then it hovered again, and then it just left. It just went straight back over my fence, over the trees, and just disappeared. And I just stood there. I was in disbelief. I looked at my neighbor and I said, "What was that?" And he just said, "I don't know." I ran in the house to see if my husband saw it, and he didn't see it. He never saw it. He just was doing something there. But so the next day at work, I called the Atmospheric Sciences Research Center, and they told me that they had several hundred sightings reported of something over the area. And it was funny, my friends at work were saying to me, "Oh, it was probably the Price Chopper plane." And I said, "Oh, no, there were no letters going around. There was no motor sound. It was just silent and hovering." So I have no idea what that was, but this is my little ode to that experience. It was really quite interesting. And I did see a couple of other strange things in the sky. So I thought I would share that. That seems to go with this whole theme here. But thank you very much for joining me today on my week 6, carrying out the prompts for this planner challenge. It was fun. So thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.